Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Spooky Sunday video. So in today's video we are going to be talking about spooky urban legends surrounding favourite or popular songs. I was going to say your favourite songs, but they might not be your favourite songs. Anyway, as always, the source will be linked in the description below in case you want to go and check it out, but let's just hop right in. Let's just get straight into the first song. So this says, some say Love Roller Coaster contains the screams of a dying woman. Also, I wish I could play these songs so we could hear it and evidence them back, but this video will probably be removed for copyright, so apologies for that we won't be able to listen to any of these songs. We'll just have to go away and do our own research separately, which is so sad. If only YouTube would just let me do it. An urban legend surrounds what sounds like a distant scream heard during the break in Ohio player's 1975 funk classic Love Roller Coaster. According to the legend, this scream is the result of a woman being murdered somewhere in the studio while the song was being recorded. How it happens varies. The most popular story is that the model on the album cover was burnt to death by the honey that was dripped on her body. The myth grew in the decades following the song's release, in particular due to the 1998 horror film Urban Legend, in which a character discusses the song and says it was a cleaning woman who was stabbed to death as the Ohio players recorded. After several years, drummer Jimmy Diamond Williams finally revealed that the keyboardist Billy Beck was the person who let out the legendary scream. Why then did the band stay silent for so long? Because the mystery helped sell records. So true, it's basically just free marketing for them, so they're not going to come out and deny it. I mean, they probably should have, because people are going around thinking that someone's been murdered, but like I said, it was free marketing, it helped sell the record, and then the movie doing it would have helped the movie. Someone watching it would be like, oh my god, I heard about that, and then they'd tell their friend and they would be like, oh my god, I need to see that movie, and so on and so forth. Do you know what I mean? So this is why they probably didn't come out and say anything about it sooner. But here is the album cover, just in case you want to see it, because I know it was mentioned in the story. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Alleged backward masking in Judas Priest's Better By You, Better Than Me caused a real-life tragedy. The families of two teenagers who attempted suicide by shotgun filed a lawsuit against Judas Priest in 1990. They alleged that hidden subliminal messages in the song Better By You, Better Than Me had influenced their sons James Vance, age 20, and Raymond Belknap, age 18, to commit the act. On December 23rd, 1985, Vance and Belknap were listening to Judas Priest's Stained Glass for hours on end, while drinking and smoking cannabis. It was at that point they made a suicide pact. Belknap died instantly. Vance lived, but was disfigured, and later informed Belknap's parents that Better By You, Better Than Me led us to be mesmerized. Judas Priest was sued for $6.2 million by the parents of the boys. They accused them of putting subliminal messages throughout the record, most notably in Better By You Than Better By Me, where Do It would be heard if the song was played backward. In court, the defense stated that anything that sounded like Do It was mere coincidence. According to the Judas Priest singer Rob Halford, he said, quote, "We had to sit in this courtroom in Reno for 6 weeks. It was like Disney World. We had no idea what a subliminal message was. It was just a combination of some weird guitar sounds and the way I exhaled between lyrics. I had to sing Better By You, Better Than Me in court a cappella. I think it was then when the judge thought, what am I doing here? No band goes out of its way to kill its fans." It was discovered that both Belknap and Vance were troubled well before their suicide pact, and the case against Judas Priest was dismissed, and James Vance died of a morphine overdose in 1988. I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories about subliminal messages being in songs over the years, all different artists. I'm trying to think of one on the top of my head, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. But I'm sure you've also heard this before. People will say, oh my god, there was a subliminal message in there. Or if you play it backwards, or if you play it at a certain speed, you can hear this, that and the third. I've heard all that before, so this wasn't shocking to me. Obviously, it's really sad that 2 people died though from it. But can you imagine being in court and like literally having to sing your song a cappella? Like, that is insane. I don't get the Disney World reference, because it's not, I don't think a courtroom to be sued because 2 teenagers, one tried to kill themselves and the other one literally died, is Disney World. But I do think it's crazy that you literally had to sing that a cappella in a courtroom. Wild. This one says, there's an alleged curse hovering over My Way in the Philippines. People in the Philippines believe the song My Way, written by Paul Anka for Frank Sinatra, is cursed. According to urban legend, every time someone sings the song, something bad typically happens. This myth gained even more traction in the early 2000s when someone would sing My Way play in a karaoke bar and violence would inevitably erupt. There were about a dozen killings from 2002 until 2012 and at least one in 2018. It's not an easy song to sing, so someone's inability to give it justice may have led to their death. Some people also feel the song's message is far too arrogant. Whatever the reason, violence was so prevalent around my way that the bar owners stopped patrons from attempting to sing it. I feel like the person that wrote this article just decided to add a little dig in there and be like, oh, it's such a hard song to sing, so anybody that sings it is gonna die. That's a really weird sentence to write, I'm not gonna lie. But also, my dad is obsessed with this song and nothing bad ever happened when he would blast it in the car. So I do think this is just like a myth, not gonna lie. This one says, Stairway to Heaven has been accused of containing backwards satanic lyrics. Led Zeppelin's fascination with the dark arts has been the stuff of legend for decades. Jimmy Page once owned occultist Aleister Crowley's house, and the imagery Zeppelin used on their records was sometimes believed to be satanic. They were mostly just fans of fantasy and in particular J.R.R. Tolkien. In 1982, a televangelist named Paul Crouch alleged that a section of Stairway to Heaven said the following when played backwards, quote, "Here's to my sweet Satan." I don't really want to say this out loud. You know what? I'm just going to insert it on screen for you guys and you can read it because I am very, what's the words? Superstitious, so I don't really want to say any of this stuff out loud, so I'm going to put it on the screen. This is what it says, end quote, and then it says, while it may sound similar, it's not true. According to Zeppelin vocalist Robert Plant, quote, "Who on earth would have ever thought of doing that? You've got to have a lot of time on your hands to even consider that people would do that," end quote. So that's that one. I'm sorry for not reading that out loud. I don't know why, I just get really superstitious about that stuff. But this is the last one we're going to talk about, and it says, Possum Kingdom is alleged to be about a serial killer in Texas. The Toadies' Possum Kingdom is associated with the tale that claims the song is about a murder of a woman that occurs at Possum Kingdom Lake in Texas. The legend suggests that the song lyrics, "Do you wanna die and I'll treat you well, my sweet angel," allude to a horrific event involving a serial killer and his victim. Singer Vaden Todd Lewis denies this, saying that the song is a continuation of another Toady song, I Burn. Both are on the album Rubberneck, which is about a man in a cult who sacrifices himself in a bonfire. Quote, "I was writing what would be Possum Kingdom, and I started thinking about this guy out there, tricked into his netherworld. He's floating around, looking for a mate that he can trick into doing the same thing," end quote. In the band's documentary Dark Secrets, The Stories of Rubberneck, Lewis adds, quote, "I wrote a song. Then I thought, wow, the other guys have music for Possum Kingdom and it tied into the lake because my family is always going out there. It's a weird, creepy looking lake with creepy sounds just over the top," end quote. So that is the end of today's video. There's so many more on the source, so if you want to go and look at some of the ones, I will have it linked in the description as I said before. But yeah, let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about all the spooky songs and the urban legends surrounding them. I enjoyed this video. I enjoy finding out weird facts that I just didn't know before, especially when it's around music, because I love music and I love art, which is why if you haven't watched my museum video, I enjoyed that one as well. Guys, my nose is so itchy. The pollen is crazy today. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please remember to subscribe, especially if you're new. I would love to have you join us. If you've watched my videos a few times and you've not subscribed yet, I'm judging. I'm judging you. Wait, I'm side-eyeing you. Remember to give this video a big thumbs up. Remember to comment loads of stuff down below. And until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.